back to this old house here on Cape Ann, Massachusetts, up on the North Shore. And this beautiful lot that we have, just about a mile from the water. Nice wooded area with all of this ledge and granite that the original house was built around. That shingle style right there, originally a summer house, built in 1890. Now the only new space we have, well, it's this garage right here. 2 bays, but I gotta say, Charlie and his guys did a nice job of making this fit in with the rest of the house. Lots of progress, so let me show you around. This is a 2-bay garage, and it's probably the way the homeowners will now enter the house. Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
You can see that it is fully insulated. Kevin Bilo and his guys put radiant heat in the concrete slab. Thank you for that. And then you'll enter through here into a new mudroom. Heath, good morning.
Hi, Kevin.
So over to here, there is a full bath with a shower right in there, and this is the new mudroom entry. And as you walk back through here into the heart of the house, you can go to the back. This will be family room with kitchen off to this side. And then this opening right here, this was added so that you could see straight through to the front of the house. And check that out. Entryway, the beautiful diamond leaded glass windows right there. And then we've got the fireplace. That's going to be restored and all fixed up. Phil, how are you? John, Tommy, what's going on?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with these pocket doors. You know, they're over 100 years old, and pocket doors are really sweet for
So original, huh?
original. See how quiet they
That
are?
is a beauty. Look at the size of that thing.
Still run good.
That is awesome.
But this one over here, not so good. It actually fell off the wheels right here, and we had to pull it out of the opening. And I've never actually seen this hardware before. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up above. We've had to strip the plaster off of this wall here.
Yep.
I'm going to take off this piece up here on the top, that cap piece, so I can reach down and pull these wheels up. And then I'm going to see how they fit on the door. Right, see if we can lift that out.
Oh, what have we got in there?
Reach down, get the wheel. There it is.
Oh, cool.
Look at that. And it looks like some kind of an adjustment right there. And this goes into the door. So we've got to get that into the door and see how it holds in place.
Check this out. Richards, Wilcox Manufacturing from Illinois. Huh. Patent pending May 24th, 1881.
So I would say these are definitely original to the house.
Still in service on one side.
Yeah, and here's the other one.
Very cool.
Nice, huh?
Yeah. So this is the top of the door that came off.
Right. Okay, so now this one will go this way, and the other one will drop in the other way. But this is interesting. So if you look at these pins, because of the angle that they're on a diagonal. And because they're on a diagonal, it's the adjustment for the height of the door, so you can see how this wheel goes further away from the door when I move it back.
Up or down.
Yep.
And then this one here?
That little opening there is so that you can get to the screw that locks it into place. Now these screws on both of them have fallen out. I thought for sure we'd be able to find them inside the opening. Couldn't do it. So I picked up a couple of screws, and I'm going to have to probably modify this hole just a little bit so I can get the head of the screw to fit in there. See that head fits in there?
Yep.
All right.
Good.
Pretty good. And to get the other one to work. Now if I tighten this up, does it stay there? Yeah,
Holy smokes.
Yep.
Rock solid.
pretty cool. I love it. All right, so now we have to take the wheels off, put them back inside the opening,
Also good right there.
and it's going to be a trick to get these on the door while it's in the hole. All right, so I got to get those 2 pins lined up with the holes. Oh my gosh, that one right in. Look at that.
Come on up. Give me one more second. All right, the thread's caught.
Okay, just keep going.
I can go a little tighter to pull this up.
Snug it up.
All right, let's see if that gets over the...
Let's see how they meet.
Oh, look at that.
Nice and quiet, huh?
Boy, that thing slides like it's brand new.
All right, so let's bring them together.
Holy mackerel.
That really slides easy. Right in the middle there.
Nice there. Very nice. What do you think, Tommy? Get another 120 years out of these?
Well, 100 anyway.
Our homeowners have asked for a little bit of solar power on this house. So up here from the 3rd floor, you can see the roof that we're putting it on. It comes off the 2nd floor. Danny is our installer. Danny, good to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too, Kevin.
So I'm told you're giving us a new type of panel, sort of a low profile panel?
Low profile panel, it's a roof integrated panel or solar system.
So what does that mean?
So it's gonna be directly attached to the roof. And when I say roof integrated, there's not gonna be shingles underneath. The solar panels actually act as the roofing system.
Really? Okay, so I am seeing some shingles, but these are just gonna be around the perimeter?
Yep, yeah, we'll step flush with the shingles underneath, but other than that, we just have our roofing underlayments directly underneath the panel.
So you can sort of see it here, shingles, which we're used to. This is the peel and stick layer.
Yep, that's exactly right.
So under the panels, we'll have the peel and stick, and then this layer right here.
Yep, the fireproofing layer, that's what makes our system Class A fire rated.
Nice.
So what allows it to be so close to the deck.
All right, Heath, you're clipped in. I appreciate you helping out. I know you would have anyway, but you actually have to do this, right?
We do. So yeah, in Massachusetts, we're actually required to have a licensed electrician assist in the installation of solar panels.
Danny, have our best man. All right, oh, let me get out of the way. Panels coming in.
So I'll take one in if you just want to keep feeding it.
So first of, you said 6 panels, Danny?
6 panels, that's right.
What are we looking at here?
So we're looking at our 360 watt solar cell, 60 cells within this solar panel. Like we mentioned earlier, we've got our racking integrated into the panel on all sides. What's really special about this one is how each panel integrates with one another. The next panel will sit on top and engage with this rubber gasket to prevent any wind-driven rain.
And these feet right here along the back?
So these feet are what attach to the deck itself.
Yep.
So we've got 5 feet on each panel. These are adjustable too, so if you've got a wavy deck, we can actually adjust these to keep a straight level plane across the solar panels.
And then this guy?
Now this is the brains behind the operation. This is a microinverter. So this is actually what takes the DC power from the solar panel and converts it to the AC that's usable in the house.
So you're gonna take one, you're gonna start down to the far end and work your way back?
Work our way back. We've got 3 panels in one row, and then we'll hop up to the second. Each one of our panels has a grounding lug. This grounds the whole system to one another. And this is where all our wires, all our feeders, our AC wires, and our grounding is going to come through via our junction box. So next component is our top flashing support. For each one of my top flashing is going to cover this whole section.
So what sort of an output are we gonna get from this array?
So from this array, we've got 6 panels, 2.16 kilowatts on the DC side.
Any guess how much of their power load it's gonna handle?
On average for this system size, it's going to feed about 20% of their usage.
Cool. All right. Well, Danny, thank you very much. And, you know, feel free to keep our electrician.
So the last thing you would think is we needed more boulders on site, but we do because we needed to create a level playing space for their daughter. Everything was a steep slope before, so these boulders are brought in so we could help retain that slope and it doesn't wash out. So over here, we have an assortment of boulders. Hey, Fred.
Hey, Jen, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good to see you.
So you want to tell us why you have them all laid out like this?
Well, when the truck comes and they dump them, they're just in a big pile, so I like to spread them out. Mm-hmm. Take like a mental inventory,
Yep.
see what we have, take note of the size, shape, color. So as I'm building the wall, I can remember, hey, I saw that rock earlier, go back, grab it, put it on the wall.
Yep,
Hopefully
it's
it
like the
fits.
memory game. You have
Hopefully
to figure
it
out your
fits.
space. It's
You know,
a form of
they
art.
don't always fit, but
Yep. That looks pretty good.
nice and tight. Now we're gonna find another rock to fit in over these 2 rocks, the 1/2, 2/1.
Love that. All right, so we'll fit one that fits like a puzzle piece right in.
Yep.
All right.
All right, let's go rock shopping. I think I remember seeing a few over here that might work.
Ooh, I like this
Flat bottom.
one.
Let's give it a shot.
Even the colors line up.
I love it.
Let's get another one.
There you go.
That's nice and flat.
That one's nice.
This wall's really coming out great.
Yeah, it's turning out nice.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out in the snow today, and good seeing you,
Sounds
Fred.
good. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Hey, Richard.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
All right, a lot of progress down here, not just for this job, but going back 120 years.
Yeah, I mean, there was never an original heating system, and they added one for the caretaker because it was just a summer place. But now we have a heating system for the next 100 years.
A nice one, too.
Right. Every surface in this building, every horizontal surface has radiant floor heating in it, all 3 floors.
Awesome.
And so we've got a command central board here that we've shown before, but you know what it has is there's 3 different floor conditions in this building.
It is a work of art.
Right, it really is. So right here, this mixing valve is for the tile and the concrete. That needs 1 water temperature. Then the more R value you put on top of the floor, like carpet, this would be the highest water temperature you're going to need, and then hardwood floors comes off here.
Yep.
So the way it works is it's got a mixing valve right here that puts out the right water temperature, a brutally smart pump. This pump is so smart, it sort of figures out what it needs all the time, okay, and changes the flow rate to everything.
Yep.
And then through these boxes, every single loop, see these manifolds? These are all through the building. There's about 8 of them through the building. We'll have a little power head like this that'll have a thermostat say yes or no to every single room. So it's absolute precision.
Yep, that's awesome.
Okay? So now here's tile, here's carpet, here's wood, and we've got this 2 lines that are going to go over to our indirect tank. But I want to show you something. Anytime you have a hydronic system, that means you're heating water. You have to have stability. You have to have the air eliminated from it. So this is an air eliminator, and it really is amazing inside. Anytime this is pumping through here, any of the oxygen bubbles hit these little spindles, and it turns into micro bubbles and comes out through here. So it means all the air comes out this way. So you get hydronic stability. Now you can start moving it all over the building, not have an issue.
If you didn't have this surface area right here, the air would stay in the water and
Yeah,
could
and you
pass
might have
right
to try
through.
to burp it out at different manifolds, and
Yeah.
you're chasing it all the time. This thing scrubs it, okay?
So this board is for heating, but you said we indirect for our hot water
right.
supply?
So right here, these 2 lines right here come over to an indirect tank. Now, we've used these before, but we've never shown you one naked.
Oh, well, you know, anytime you can show me something naked.
So here is a stainless steel tank, and inside it, it has a coil like this, and it's much longer, the actual coil
Right.
inside. So boiler water passes through this coil. It gives up its heat to the stored volume of water here that started cold and becomes hot.
Never mixes.
No.
Nope, it just gives
Nope.
up its heat.
No, and then when it's done, look at this, the level of insulation right
Like
here.
6 inches of
Right,
insulation.
and that'll be right here. It'll be on every single surface. So it becomes this super insulated thermos bottle, ready to go for plenty of hot water for all those bathrooms in this building.
Indirect because the fire is over there and it only comes on when this cools down.
1 flame in this boiler right here.
Yep.
And this is our gas-fired condensing boiler. It's a floor-mounted unit. You know, a lot has changed in these high-efficiency boilers. Let me show you. So Kevin, we've talked about this before, you know, the heat loss in any building changes all winter long according to how cold it is outside versus how warm you want it inside. So if you have a typical house like we do with those 3 different floor conditions, the tile, the carpet, and the wood, the water wants to circulate and just gently modulate all winter long and just change a little as it gets colder. And we first went into super efficient gas-fired condensing boilers. Those boilers were all relatively small and wall hung. Now those wall-hung boilers were really efficient, except the heat delivery system was looking for a gentle supply to it, and the boilers got so hot so quick that they fired up and got quickly hot, and then they shut off, so they cycled too much. So we really would like to have the burner stay on longer. So the trend has been to go to larger water content heating device so that the burner has a chance to stay on longer at a lower input. You can see that the temperature in the boiler doesn't get super hot. It actually more closely matches what you're looking for out in the system, and that reduces cycling. So this is what a cutaway is of this larger water content boiler. It helps to understand. You know, when these
Look at you.
okay, when these wall-hung boilers used to first came out, the heat exchangers had relatively small water content. You know, this was one and this was another, and these would be stacked together and the flame would come through.
And that's the full volume of water
That's
that you
right,
had.
in either of those. And so with this, you can see a burner right here. The burner comes with this beautiful flame that will just modulate and change according to how cold it is outside. But this is how much water content. See it? Water, 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 water everywhere.
Wow.
So now that water is gently circulating, you know, through the build, out through it. So it'll actually take the burner's input and just stay on. And it seems backwards, right? Because you're going to leave the burner on? Yeah, we're going to leave the burner on, but at the perfectly lowest amount versus having to come on and off.
Also counterintuitive that in this case, bigger is better
That's
than
right.
smaller.
Yeah, but it really is. We want to reduce cycling because we're inefficient when we're cycling.
Right. Beautiful. Love it. Thank you,
Isn't that
Richard.
cool?
Hey, Mike. So the Ferrante van is out front, which means it is time for tiling. They're working up here on the second floor. This is the master bedroom. This is a guest bedroom in here. Mark, how are you?
Good, Kevin. How you doing?
All right, big layout table here. And just off of the bedroom is a guest bathroom. Eric, how are you?
Good, Kevin.
So this is our little bathroom in here. What are we working with?
Well, today we're working with a marble mosaic.
Can I see that? Marble. So are both of these light and dark marble?
Yep, the white is the honed, the gray is the polished.
Let me see if I can pick that up in the window reflection. Oh yeah, so the gray reflects and the white is pretty flat. That's the honed. All right, and check that out. So this is on a little bit of a mesh backer.
Exactly.
So there's a whole bunch of little pieces.
Yep, a whole bunch of pieces made into one 10 by 10 square.
Cool design with this and that
Yep.
sticking out. All right.
Yep.
So how are you thinking about layout? Walk me through that process, please.
Well, Kevin, when we start a layout, most important thing is, you know, the focal point, big pieces, when you come in this door.
So this right here, threshold, this is the first thing people are going to
Exactly,
see.
that's
So
where your eye's gonna go to. Follow along the wall here.
Another important place.
Yep, and right up to the tub.
And then I presume you're less concerned about this side just with all the other things going
Yeah,
on?
a little less concerned. We have the vanity. We have a toilet. It's going to eat up a little bit of room.
Okay.
But still at the same time, you know, we'll be symmetrical, left to right, front to back.
Right. And you get that symmetry by picking your center lines, which are already
Exactly.
drawn on the
Yep.
floor.
Yep.
So with big pieces, your point is you don't want a little sliver of a piece like right
Right,
there because
right.
we'll see it.
All about that appearance.
All right, so what are you thinking for layout?
Okay, so here we have our crosshairs. We have our center lines. And when we're going to lay it out a few different ways. Here we'll start on both sides of the line. Again, front to back, left to right.
Got it.
And we'll check to see what the piece is.
This is the thing that I think most people don't appreciate of what you guys do. You know, everyone thinks that you're just cutting tile and putting it down with your grout lines, with your thin set. It's a lot of layouts, a lot of thinking.
A little bit to it. A little bit to it. So again, back to left to right, what we have is, that's a big piece.
You like that?
Yes. So we're starting with a 10 by 10 square, Kevin. So right there,
You'll have almost
8 3/4 piece.
Nice.
I'll take it.
Okay, so that's a good line going this way. And if we
Yep.
continue towards the tub,
Yep. If we go towards the tub,
there's another one for you. 2 full pieces. This would be your third full piece. Uh-oh.
not too crazy about it.
So you'll have a little tiny stub. Give me that again. How many inches was that?
We're about 2 3/4 inches.
So what do you do in that situation? You blow up this?
Well, this is
layout?
where we'll make an adjustment and see what we end up with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these. I'm going to split this center line.
Okay.
The front to back center line, we're going to stay where we are, left to right.
We know this one works.
We know that one
way.
works.
I'm just going to stick this back in there for us. So we basically have adjusted half a tile. Our little 2 3/4 inch stub piece is going to be
Yep.
what now with your tape?
Looking a lot better.
So 8.
Almost 8 inches.
Okay.
So with that 8-inch piece there up against the tub, we'll have the 8-inch piece in front of the door. Exactly what we're looking for.
Beautiful. Okay. What next?
So we'll start cutting these pieces along the wall. We'll cut one now, see how it fits, and then we'll take it from there. Dad, 8 3/4.
Okay.
Give that a look, Mark. See how you did.
I think that's the one.
Okay.
Put a couple pieces down. 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch notch trowel. A little back butter.
No spacers for your separation there? You're just gonna eyeball
Nope,
that?
we're gonna do it by eye.
So when you're working with a mosaic tile like this, pretty complicated on the mesh, you know, more so than a single tile. Harder, easier, more time consuming, or what?
Definitely time consuming. Being a mosaic, we have 30-something pieces that make up a 10 by 10. So compare that to maybe just a regular ceramic.
Yeah. Good thing for homeowners to know too, when they pick a tile like this,